Welcome to Gloria's Gab Live. Today I have with me Javier Fernandez, with us, the mayor of South Miami, and we're going to talk about an exciting month you have coming up with Taste of South Miami, right?
Yes, Gloria, thanks for having me on today. Happy to talk about Taste of Somi. Our
it's
second edition.
Somi. Okay.
Taste of Somi, our second edition. Yeah, we rebranded this portion of the city, our historic hometown district, and now we're calling it the Somi district. So
I love
stay
it.
on brand.
I love it. No, and I like it. I like shortening that.
Yeah.
That's kind of great marketing tool. My dad was in advertising, and it used to be called St. Petersburg, and he said, no, we've got to need a younger.
It's the Berg,
approach.
yeah. No, it's the Berg.
So he made it St. Pete. Now everybody
St. Pete.
calls it St. Pete.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah. Before we start, I have to thank South Florida PBS. South Florida PBS, and I was just telling you about their immersive experiences, their virtual reality.
Can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be great. Anyway, thank you, South Florida PBS. They've been sponsoring my show week after week, allowing me to bring people on who are doing positive things in our community. So happy to have you here today, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
And we're talking about the immersive experiences. The Colosseum is a legendary arena where the glory and drama of ancient Rome roars to life. And Napoleon is the immersive saga, a stunning journey through the ambition, passion, and power of one of history's most iconic figures. You can experience both. And I was telling you, my Doral Wasted Women Club has an all-inclusive package on the 22nd of August. But if you can't go on the 22nd with me, you can certainly go up on your own. It's a bit of a drive, just about an hour and a half from here.
So you can recreate your own favorite scenes from Gladiator.
Exactly.
Awesome.
And I'm telling you, I've already done both experiences once. And the guy I went with and I had different experiences because I didn't think all the time to look around and see what I was missing. So I thought, this is something you could do more than once.
Great. You can enact your own battle scene, pretend you're in the arena.
Actually, they even, at some point, they give you weapons.
No, they don't.
Hold.
Oh.
Yes, they do.
I got to check this out.
It is so much fun. It's the best thing they've done, and they've done a lot of great things. They did the Pharaoh, Titanic, and now every time they do something, it gets better. But they have such a great team of technicians and AI people. They're amazing. Anyway, so let's talk about South Miami.
Sounds
because
good.
I was telling you, over the last several years, and it wasn't all that many years, I had to pry information out of South Miami. Then you hired Brandon and you got your act together, and I can't keep up with all the stuff you're doing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we've got a great team now in South Miami, led by our city manager and our deputy city manager, so Chip Iglesias and Samantha Fraga Lopez. And the board has really rallied around the idea of investing in our local businesses through promotion. And so we stood up a social media and comms team with the sole initial mission of really focusing on our existing businesses, because while we are planning for hopefully better days in the future and a transition and regeneration of Sunset Place, we really have some of the most bespoke retail and restaurant offerings right now in, I think, Dade County of any community. And so we really wanted to highlight those existing businesses and restaurants and help them succeed during what we hope will be a transition here over the next few years.
Yeah, and quite frankly, this Taste of Somi offers great deals.
Yeah.
So explain how it is, because it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but they're different prices.
Yeah, no, so it's not just breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's really a live, work, play, and shop experience. Right? We're trying to get people to come and enjoy all of our offerings.
Okay.
First time ever. This year, our second year, we actually have a bevy of retailers that are participating as well. So they have specials. So if you like chocolate, you can come check out our world famous chocolatier and acquire chocolate at a discount. You can enjoy a number of our galleries, visit with them. Our salons are also listed. Some of them are offering promotional opportunities during this month as well as our mainline restaurants and new restaurants from La Trilla to Lisbon. Lots are participating in the
and those are
program
all
offering.
good.
Those are all excellent. I mean, we do have, I think, for a city of our size, I think we probably have the best cohort of restaurants in Dade County.
Yeah, they're unique. They're not
They're not cookie cutter chains.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. You're right. That's what I love about it.
If you want a completely local, bespoke experience, South Miami is the community to come to. We're not. We don't have a lot of chain restaurants. Everything is local. We've had the good fortune of being the recipients of a lot of really good local imports. So Secreto, which was a local jewel that was in West Kendall before, has moved into South Miami and opened recently on 73rd Street. So come check out Dover's offerings as well. And kind of the hit restaurant right now in South Miami is La Trilla Barbecue. It's been on all the social media outlets. I used to make the drive down to Apocalypse. Fantastic food there. No longer need to. La Trilla's on par or better, I would say.
What is it called?
La Trilla. It's like trailer in Spanish. So it's a Tex-Mex.
Trilla?
Yeah. Barbecue concept. It's right there just off of US 1 in the Ola Pizza space. So across from Makashi.
Okay.
Right next to Rice. So, and again, Rice participating in Taste of Somi as well. So we've got a lot of offerings, a lot of bespoke offerings. Whether you're, want a wine experience, you can check out the Great Bape, which is participating. If you want great barbecue, La Trilla's participating in Taste of Somi this month.
So how many restaurants do you have participating?
I think totally we've got 41 restaurants and businesses participating. So it's a good cross section of what we offer.
I bet people don't even know we have 41 restaurants in South Miami.
We've got they're not all restaurants. Again, some of them are our old South Miami jewelers. So Erica and Jeff are participating as well. We're grateful for them for being longstanding mainstays in South Miami. But so I invite you to check out our city website at southmiamifl.gov and you click on the Taste of Somi pop-up. And there you'll see all the businesses and restaurants that are participating, as well as the promotions are offering throughout the month of July.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, and beyond, and with regard to the restaurants, though, because I know there's Taste of Coral Gables, different cities are doing Taste of. So the Taste of Somi, for the restaurants involved, they have special pricing. Is that
they do? Yeah.
My understanding?
So depending on the restaurant, they'll have in some cases they'll have a breakfast special. They're all fixed price menus: breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And they're like brunch. 2 or 3 courses or whatever.
2 or 3 courses, and some of them may even include a beverage, depending, particularly the brunch offerings. So again, check out the website at southmiamifl.gov, Taste of Somi, and there you'll see the full listing and all the promotions by restaurant or shop.
Okay, now let's talk about all the other stuff that South Miami is doing.
Okay.
Right. So you and I, we were talking about Rotary because I'm a Rotarian in Coral Gables, but I go to the South Miami Art Festival every year.
Yeah.
Because it's one of my favorite.
Yeah, it's a real local, it's a local hometown festival for sure.
I don't have to fight. There's crowds, but it's not overwhelming. But you've got amazing art. You've got entertainment all the time. And I'm so happy to hear that the city is helping support it now. Yeah.
So look, we couldn't buy the value that the South Miami Rotary Club brings as a partner. And so we're very grateful to them as volunteers. They do a really amazing job of curating that event for us. Mm-hmm. All we have to do is kind of provide the behind the scenes infrastructure. So our public works team, parks team, police support the event, and we underwrite that increasingly every year. We've also supported them now with some direct grant money so they can expand the amount of musical offerings
that's
the course
great.
Of the day, which I think also enhances the quality of the experience.
For sure.
The really great thing about that art festival, it's a very local festival. It's a family first festival, so you can bring your kids, your dogs, and really just enjoy a nice day in February. We've got the best weather that any city could want here in South Florida or in the country for that matter.
And it's always the week after the Coconut Grove Art Festival.
Yeah, so typically we
which is why you get so many good artists.
A lot of artists will stay over an extra week, which is good. We get to leverage, obviously the power of that brand and do something at a much more local scale that brings people into our Somi district. So that's a great day for our restaurants. That, and I would say the Porsche Festival that we do with Zweck Auto. Probably the 2 biggest drivers of traffic into South.
And what's the other one?
We do a Porsche festival.
A Porsche No.
Yeah. So in
how
January,
do I not know about that?
Well, it's we've done it now the last 2 years, and we're hoping to continue the tradition here.
Okay. So what is the Porsche festival? People come with their Porsches?
Yeah. So some people bring their own cars. We've got a fantastic broker, Zweck Auto, that's now housed in Sunset Place, and also has created a storage.
So where do you put the cars?
The cars are set up all along Sunset Drive, some of the side streets, inside the mall at Sunset Place. It's kind of an interim use that we're kind of to attract some traffic. into the Somi district. And so it's a wonderful collaboration between Mid-Ten Equities, Swag Auto, and the city to kind of drive some traffic. And our restaurants love that weekend because people come, they stay, they linger.
And they have money.
They spend, they have money. I think it's also
It's always
probably a
good.
pretty good retail day as well. So we're lucky to have those kind of activations.
Oh, that's great. And what's happening with that space, the Sunset Place?
Wow. So a lot will be changing
Again.
this year. Demolition Day is slated for October 4th.
Is that right?
The special day in the life of the project sponsor. That's his dad's birthday. So we are working towards hopefully a final approval of our CRA at the County Commission July 21st. Hopefully the interlocal and the trust fund for that district will be established, and that will be kind of the last piece of all the regulatory infrastructure needed to kind of make that project happen. And we're looking forward to beginning demolition on the north half of the site on October 4th. And that'll happen in phases, north to south. The movie theater will probably be winding down operations in the first quarter of next year. That's my expectation.
Okay. So, and then ultimately,
we'll have a new project there. It'll be a whole mixed-use village. Residential, retail of about 150,000 square feet in commercial. Hopefully a hotel with conference space offerings so we can host events from the University of Miami and convenings that also drive traffic into our Somi district, and the restaurants as well, which need more daytime churn. And, probably a multifamily phase as well. That's what we're expecting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it'll be a fantastic new community designed by Thomas Heatherwick. If you haven't seen or know Thomas Heatherwick as a designer, really creative and imaginative designer located in London who's bringing his talents here to South Miami.
Right. So can we see that it's a design available on your website?
Yeah, it is. There's I believe there's a link on the website. If not, you can certainly, for those who are interested, they can text my cell phone numbers on the city's website. If anyone wants to see plans, just send me a text and we'll connect you to the right folks at planning so we can get you those documents.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's great. So, so after, that's one thing, but I see stuff all over South Miami. Just going up 62nd Avenue.
Yeah, no, we've got a new orthopedic rehab facility coming online here in a few weeks.
Huge
by
with Baptist.
Yeah, so that's a brand new facility. Excited about what that means for the city as well. We've got new multifamily offerings right across from City Hall that are coming online. Avalon Communities just closed last Wednesday on the piece just across the streets here. That's now the home of Deli Lane, formerly the Gentleman's Club, Einstein Bagel.
Oh, right.
That's all going away. Luckily, Sunset Tavern in Deli Lane will be relocating into the two oldest buildings in South Miami, which we'll be preserving as part of that project.
So where are they moving?
They're moving right to the corner of Sunset and US 1. So the old the Thorne family buildings that are right there on the old feed store and First Bank building. It's a blue building.
Oh, the first, yeah.
Yeah, so that's being renovated right now.
Oh.
They'll be relocating there in a couple of months, God willing. And we'll have a new project coming online.
I have a book club that meets there.
Yeah. So there'll be a fixture in South Miami, hopefully for generations to come.
Yeah.
And so we're excited about all these projects. Lots of multifamily, lots of student housing coming, given our proximity to UM. All that, what that all means is we'll have a lot more vitality and hopefully a better environment to support our current and future retail offerings here in South Miami.
And the more residents you get, the better, too.
Yeah. I think it creates more dynamism on the street. But if you're, what's the benefit for a single family homeowner in South Miami like myself? The benefit is I live 10 blocks from an amazing retail district, right? And that needs those rooftops to support the vitality and keep those businesses successful and healthy, which we all want.
Yeah. Well, and the tax benefits for the city
that certainly doesn't hurt
really
either.
They keep the taxes lower for the residents.
They do. So what we're hoping over the next few years is that as our we're trying to make sure that growth happens where it's appropriate, and in the mind of the current board, that's just around our transit station. So we've been very disciplined about making sure that where we have control, and it's getting more challenging with Tallahassee every year, right? To keep control over local zoning, that we kind of keep the growth focused around this area near transit where it's appropriate and also where it leverages our existing infrastructure. And that will have a huge positive impact on our tax base. Between Sunset Place and some of these other projects, our tax base should easily double.
Wow.
Which means that we should be able to reduce our millage rate citywide and then also capture a portion to reinvest in critical infrastructure. So we were very fortunate a few years ago in 2024 to have the voters of South Miami approve a $65 million bond issuance. And the idea there was to kind of get ahead of the growth and say, you know, we've got projects, particularly investments in parks and key infrastructure, bridges, culverts that are in significant disrepair. Begin to invest in those public spaces and that critical infrastructure to accommodate future growth, address some deferred maintenance, but do it in a way that doesn't hit the taxpayer's pocket. And so we're going to capture that future growth, lower their operating millage, and assign some of that to debt service. And to fund those improvements. So, the growth will help drive that investment as well.
And that's great when the residents vote for the bond issue. I know we did that in Doral, and we have amazing parks there.
Look, we've been fortunate that everything we've taken to the voters, they've put their trust in this commission. And hopefully they feel we're still doing right by them. And our promise is to do the best we can with the dollars they give us. We'll see. We've got some challenges maybe ahead of us in November with that program, depending on what happens with property tax reform. That might defer our ability to invest for 3 to 5 years. But you know, for right now, we continue to plan as if the circumstances remain unchanged, and we'll certainly be much more disciplined in our operating budget going forward to make sure that we can continue to deliver high quality services with the resources that we have available.
Right. Well, you're doing a good job. So.
We're trying our best. And again, it's a team effort. I mean, it starts with my colleagues on the city commission. They really make it a joy to serve as mayor. We've got a great group, collaborative group. Everyone contributes. Everyone brings their ideas and energy. And then for a city of our size, we've got a really talented professional team on the administrative side, from, you know, our city manager, Chip Iglesias, who left a fantastic job at Ocean Reef to come be our manager here, to Alex Munoz, who's got a ton of experience at the county and is now our public works director, and the team he's building out there. And then a lot of our legacy staff that have been, you know, at the city for more than a decade and are just fantastic. Samantha Fraga Lopez, our deputy manager, Alfredo Riverall, our CFO, who's kind of the institutional memory of the city. All not only fantastic people,
it's always
but
good to have those
very, very competent, very competent administrators. So we're very fortunate.
Oh, that's great. So what do you see happening in the next 5 years for Somi?
Look, I think you and I will get to enjoy some of the new offerings at Sunset Place. I'm excited about that. I'm hopeful that we'll get to create a new park in our city center on the parking lot that's owned by the Wirtz family. So
Which is
right across from Plaza 57, Kitchen 57.
I was going to say the big parking lot.
That big parking lot. So we've been working. Yeah, it's an 80,000 square foot privately owned lot. We've been working really hard with the family that owns that in the old bank space and the half lot next to it.
But except it's parking.
It is, but
what are we going to do with parking?
We got plenty of parking in our garage that goes unutilized. So
people.
But we don't have as a convening space in downtown South Miami or the Somi district. Let me stay on brand. And so that's always functioned as kind of the activation center. If you go to any of the races that Footworks operates, that's typically where we mobilize for those activities. So we'd like to, you know, not only redevelop that lot, but keep about 15 to 20,000 square feet as a civic plaza that could serve as kind of the civic heart for that part of South Miami. On the west side, you know, we're going to rebuild our City Hall campus. We are hopefully going to be signing agreements with a developer here in August to finalize a lease, which will mean 2 multifamily phases with ground floor commercial, a new Gene Willis Park right on the underline, so 36,000 square feet on the underline to kind of frame.
That's amazing free space, isn't it?
That public improvement, and then a new library in City Hall and police station.
New library! I love libraries.
And that's I think that's the one asset that we all use every single day. And it's a happy experience when you go there.
It is.
You know, not that our police aren't great, but sometimes when you're visiting our police or City Hall, it's not always a happy experience. You know, something else is happening in our lives. So libraries, we love them.
Yeah. Me too. So I'm glad to hear you're taking care of the library.
We are trying to, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, right. That's one of the best resources our community has, and
beyond. It goes beyond books. I mean, you can get all kinds of services. If you're homeless, we've got homeless outreach services there as well. If you're looking for opportunities to get naturalized or take a citizenship course or pick your service, that's kind of an entry point. It's become really it's really a gateway for services for the community.
Well, I know a lot of libraries also offer workshops on different things. So that's a whole nother thing.
They do. A lot of what the library's used for today is for multimedia, development, and also for tutoring. So we've got a lot of families that go there and meet up with their tutors. So a lot of the reconfigured space we're hoping will provide for more of that activation, more ability for families to use multimedia services, and also for more private spaces for one-on-one or group tutoring, which seems to be a huge need in South Miami.
So libraries and parks, can't go wrong with those.
That's what our whole bond initiative was about. It was libraries and parks. So we're, that's going to be not just an initiative on our own. We are, as a city, trying to leverage our public partners.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are hopefully in the next month going to sign a joint agreement with the school board, where many of our parks share a property boundary with schools, and we want to integrate our recreational facilities, theirs and ours, so they serve as kind of one common space and leverage that land, since they've kind of
to its full potential.
Correct. Yeah, that's their challenge to invest in their recreational footprint. We have the opportunity through this bond to do that. So you'll see, we plan to remake Palmer Park. I don't know if you've been to South Miami Park recently. We transformed that campus from a very derelict park to now one of the premier soccer parks, I think, in the county. We want to expand that energy into David Fairchild and their recreational footprint at the rear.
Yeah.
And do the same thing in Palmer Park. Remake our portions of the park, but then add amenities to the school campuses that we can use after hours and really kind of raise the level and quality of life for the surrounding residents and kids going to those schools.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and when the public can use it, or even teams.
Yeah, so
you have so many traveling teams.
A lot of
whatever.
This will be concession driven is the model now in kind of modern society. But a lot of it will be open for free play. The goal is to kind of unlock these resources, get them, get the fences removed, get the fences down.
Yeah.
Stop work across silos as opposed to in siloed spheres.
Right.
And leverage these public assets to their maximum potential. It's really, really expensive for us to buy land in South Miami. So as you look around for opportunities, the best way to unlock value is to look at the land that's owned by some of our public partners, like the school board. And so we're really excited to help them improve the quality of their campuses while we get the benefit of additional recreational opportunities for South Miami residents as well.
Yeah, brilliant.
Thank you.
Good job.
We're excited about that.
Okay, so what else do you see happening with regard to how first of all, we talked about maybe an issue with tax homeowners, the
property tax reform?
Property tax, yeah. So how do you worst case scenario, how do you see that impacting you?
Look, we are better situated than most cities, right? For better or worse, we had kind of a no growth attitude for a long time. And so we're seeing a boom in growth now, but in, again, a place where we think is appropriate near our transit station. So that's going to unlock a lot of value. That's not going to be affected as directly by some of the reform proposal that was passed and will be before voters this year. So operationally, because about a substantial portion, about 48% of our tax base is commercial, right? We can absorb the impact to our operations without any real reduction in service. The challenge comes in what do we do about investing in the future or for the future? And so really the opportunity cost for South Miami around property tax reform is that this initiative that we passed 2 years ago, and we've been working really hard to cultivate, foster, and start, right, to transform our downtown streets, to enhance our parks in conjunction with our public partners at the school board, to catch up on deferred maintenance around culverts and bridges, right? That's going to get pushed out 3 to 5 years if we're fortunate. Because we'll have to wait for all of the revenue to come online from future development. Whereas right now, on October 1, we're retiring the last of our debt. And
really?
Yes. And
that's pretty impressive.
With our current debt service payments now being freed up and new revenues without all the growth we're talking about, we figured we could borrow the first $40 million to start a lot of these major projects. If property reform passes, that'll probably get pushed out again 3 to 5 years is my guess. But we're working on those numbers right now so we can understand them. We start a budget process now in July. It culminates in September. New fiscal year starts October 1st. So we'll have a really refined understanding of the impacts here before the items go to ballot here in November. So,
well, it sounds to me like Somi is in good hands with you
appreciate that.
and your commission, and I congratulate you on everything you've done. I mean, I'm always amazed.
We've got a lot going on, a lot more.
And I'm so happy we have our offices here because it's like, watching, something just transform into something beautiful. And it was always a great place to live. I mean, I even lived here when I was in my third.
Hopefully you'll move back.
Yeah.
So it'll be a whole new housing, a lot of new
I don't
housing
know if I can
opportunities.
afford to move back.
Yeah,
I can't afford to move, period.
No, I know.
Yeah, right.
We all feel the same way. But
I
we're
know.
grateful to you for having us. We're grateful for Community News to providing a fantastic platform to talk about what's happening in South Miami. And obviously, thanks to South Florida PBS for sponsoring the show.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for giving them a plug.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, South Florida PBS, thank you for sponsoring our show. Everybody go check out the Coliseum and the Napoleon exhibits, because that's one of the creative ways that South Florida PBS is on top of funding. Whereas some PBS stations around the nation are not doing so well because of the cuts in funding.
They're creating their own revenue. That's great.
They're
awesome.
doing a great job. So hats off to them.
And please check out SouthMiamiFL.SomiFL.gov and Taste of Somi for all the offerings we're offering.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks for hosting us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Okay, so thanks so much for coming today. And until next time, be kind, be safe, make a difference, and contribute to the society.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for coming.